But I hear in what you're saying is that you'd like to see a world in which everyone can be self-expressed and kind of benefit from not having to wear some of the armor that we
Mm-hmm.
put on ourselves, either from necessity or just from what was safe when we were kids, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that would be a good world? Tell me the why in that. It's like it's a beautiful
Woo!
vision, but now let's talk about the why and where that comes from.
Why is it a good idea to have a world full of people who know who they are, who speak their mind freely so that they say what they mean what they say, that other people understand them, that full of people who understand the value that they bring to the world and are not compensating or covering up or hiding or holding shame or like all of that stuff, like competing for things that don't really matter, but they feel like they matter. For me, this is access to peace. People who know who they are and know that who they are is valuable in the world. Um, it just takes away ugly. Like there can still be arguments, there can still be disagreements or differences of point of view or anything. But there's a different kind of a dignity, a different kind of respect. Just the relationships that we share, have a different level of intimacy. It's a fearless world, not because we're, bold and brave and empowered to take things on by force, but it's out of a genuine, compassion and regard for humanity. I'm of the personal opinion that compassion is way more powerful than force. Um, I don't know. There's just maybe it's the
Very
nurturing
interesting
of
on that.
motherhood. When I had small children, where my kids were small, but it was often said, like, you're the mom of everyone, not just these guys, and it's like, but of course, like for me, it's obvious, because every child deserves, kindness, tenderness, a chance in life, to be celebrated, not to have praise poured on them, but to understand, legitimately when they've done something to be proud of. It's like, how do you have someone feel proud of themselves? And I look at how children learn those things. Um, and then I look at adults who don't have it. Like, how do you blend that kind of a thing? And it's often said that I don't give false praise. I don't believe in false praise. But I do believe that there's value in everyone. And as people see the value in themselves, I just think it's a peaceful world. There's
Yeah,
we
beautiful.
don't act out of fear and survival when we know who we are and the value we bring.